Hello everyone and welcome back to the Minecraft channel. My name is SPSA and this is another episode of another Minecraft Let's Play. Now in the last video we did some work on the Mega Base, which of course is this thing. I like it. I think it looks pretty okay, although I'm thinking about changing this to make it more consistent, but we're not doing that in this video. Instead, we're going to continue our quest for mending, and I'm going to talk about some things while I do. Like my opinion on episode 7 of Hell of a Boss, since I have nowhere else to put it. I will put it here. Anyway, episode 7 of Hell of a Boss. I actually haven't given my thoughts on episode 6 of Hell of a Boss yet. I think the last time I gave my thoughts on episode of Hell of a Boss was in a previous Another Minecraft Let's Play video, and that was episode 5, so... and you guys can fact check me if you want. And if that's the case, then I will also go over my thoughts on episode 5 at a later date. But let's go over my thoughts on episode 6. This episode did everything right. It did a lot of new, unique things. And of course, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Let's talk about Moxie's Bad Trip. That is a great song in its own right, and the animation and stuff that accompanies it is... oh boy. The Disney-esque animation in Moxie's part was awesome. That just... again, did so many things right. It was awesome. And I quite enjoyed it. And Blitz's more stylized, like, old, like, 1930s, 1940s Disney animation was, that was really good too. And the song itself, yeah. Even after the song that came out in episode 7, which I will get to, because that song is really good too. Even after that song, this is still, in my opinion, the best song in Hell of a Boss. Hands down. Moxie's Bad Trip is amazing. It does everything it needs to. And it also takes a deep dive into Blitz and Moxie's characters, which, considering I like both Blitz and Moxie, I mean, come on. I mean, I have changed it to Moxie and, or to the Moxie in her dress skin from that same sequence, but Moxie's been my skin since, well, not really. I did have a Sonic skin briefly, and then I changed it to Okay BitLife. Man, my skin for the first, like, 3 episodes was a Sonic skin, and then I changed it to Moxie, and that's been my skin ever since. And Vanny and I have this joke going that someone on Twitter should make fan art of just all of her skins, since she's changed them so frequently, just attacking Moxie, since or just surrounding Moxie, since, or in a Minecraft like style, because it's a joke that she's changed her skin so frequently, and mine's been consistent throughout the whole series. So just have fan art of my Minecraft skin being swarmed by all of her Minecraft skins. And no, I don't think it'll actually happen. I'm not actually asking for fan art. It's just a fun joke. But yeah, episode 6 I thought was really good. The ending with Blitz and Stolas, I thought they did that in the most organic way they could. I thought they did it in the most organic way they possibly could. Yeah, I thought they did it in the most organic way they possibly could. And I think Blitz and Moxie, or Stolas and Blitz's relationship is interesting enough to warrant its existence. It's an interesting enough relationship to warrant its existence, even if it is slightly toxic, but it's an interesting enough dynamic to warrant its existence. But, and speaking of Stolas and Blitz, let's talk about Aussies, episode 7, the latest one. I have never had stronger feelings towards an episode than I did after watching episode 7. First of all, let's get the elephant in the room out of the way. The House of Osmodeus. That song was really good. It went from them essentially roasting Moxie about his sappy love song to them just laying into Blitz and Stolas' relationship. Then of course we have, I guess, the first appearance of proper Fizzerali, but the return of Alex Brightman as Fizzerali. Considering he and Robo Fizzerali are pretty much the exact same character, take my thoughts on Robo Fizzerali and apply them to proper Fizzerali. I think he's a really good and fun character who has potential. Now, as for the episode itself, again, Stolas and Blitz, they work well here. Of course, at the end, with Blitz being like, "You only wanted me for sex. You've made that very clear from the very beginning." And Stolas trying and realizing that maybe he wants more from this, or maybe he wants more than just a transactional relationship. I think that was great, and the way they handled it was also great. Yeah, the way Viv handled it was great. Yeah, that's something that's also interesting thing about this episode. Vivian is the only one to have a writing credit for this episode. Yeah, Brandon didn't help write it at all. Even though, yeah, he is prominent in this episode because, of course, he voices Blitz, but okay, great. Yeah, even though he's still in the episode because he voices Blitz, Brandon didn't write the episode, and well, I think yes, Brandon has been the thing carrying Hell of a Boss's writing up to this point. We then have Vivian being the sole writer of episode 7, just killing it. And I also think the choice to have no music during the credits at all was a smart one. Like, usually in the episodes prior, we either have an instrumental of the, or we usually have an instrumental of the, of that song's, or of that episode's vocal song. Or for the case of episode 5, we just, or, I guess what you can consider that episode's main theme as the credits music. Episodes 5 and 6. Episode 5 straight up had the vocal song, and episode 6 was the final battle song, which I think is, for a credits song, is way better than than an instrumental of Moxie's Bad Trip. Although I think an instrumental of Blitz's part of Moxie's Bad Trip wouldn't have been a bad credits song either. But I think as a credits song, the final battle song in episode 6 worked better. But the choice to not have any music at all, like, that was a good call. Yeah, that was a very, very good call. It strengthens the impact of that final scene. It strengthens the impact of that final scene. It would be kind of stupid if they just went in and, or if they just ruined it by having a credits song. Although I think a soft piano piece would have worked well as the credits song. And it wouldn't really ruin the, ruin the impact of that final moment, but now, yes, yeah, and, yeah, now I'm just super, because this is part 1 of the season finale, I am super curious to see how, or I am super curious to see how this, conflict either gets resolved or how the conflict, or how the conflict continues, because this show had me invested from day 1, and it's continued to, and yeah, this show has had me invested since day 1, and it's continued to hold my attention. Even episode 4, which I've said multiple times is a 7 out of 10 at best, even that episode was interesting enough to hold my attention. But yeah, that's just me. But episode 7, yeah. I am super duper curious to see how the conflict moves forward, or how it gets resolved, or something, and yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and speculate that it's actually a Has Been Hotel crossover, because Has-Been Hotel isn't even a proper thing yet. So it'd be kind of stupid for it to be a Has-Been Hotel crossover, but I have a feeling Moxie and Blitz will be fighting again. Or at least arguing again. Yeah. Yeah, if you haven't seen Hell of a Boss lately, you haven't seen Hell of a Boss, so yeah, I wouldn't blame you if you just watched episode 4 and decided to just quit on the show entirely. Episode 4 is a very mediocre episode. But after that, it does get better. Episode 5 is really good. Stryker as a character has so much promise. Like, yeah, Stryker as a character is he's pretty interesting. Episode 6, like I said, best episode the show's seen yet. Something in season 2 will probably dethrone that, but or we'll probably dethrone it, but for now, episode 8 or even something in episode 8, if not episode 8, maybe something in season 2 will come to dethrone it, but something in season 2 will probably come to dethrone it, but as it stands right now, and in my opinion, episode 6 is the best episode of the entire show. That's a mimic. Okay, I killed him. Cool. Where'd that glowworm go? There, or that's a ironworm. But yeah, so hi, Zombo. Yeah, so I'm gonna head down here. Yeah, so yes, yeah, so Yes, so I guess you can title this video SPSA Talks About Hell of a Boss for 20 minutes. I guess you can just call this video SPSA Talks About Hell of a Boss for 20 minutes, because that's pretty much what I did. But yeah, so yeah, Hell of a Boss. Certainly my favorite thing to come out of YouTube recently. Certainly my favorite animated project to come out of YouTube recently. Yeah, certainly my favorite animated project to come out of YouTube recently. But yeah, so I'm going to die in lava. Yeet. Death to lava. Anyway, that's pretty much all I had to say about Hell of a Boss. Yeah, I enjoy the show. It's certainly the best thing to come out of YouTube recently, and it's certainly the best animated thing to come out of YouTube recently. So yeah, if you haven't seen it yet, go watch it. But anyway, this has been another episode of another Minecraft Let's Play Season 2. I'll see you guys later, and bye!